Greetings, friends, family, and survivors. Well, that's a whole lot better. Notice you don't hear the fan running on this one. That was the primary reason for swapping it out. So we installed the new one today, and the old one is boxed up and ready to send back to the factory to be recertified. Whatever's wrong with it, bring it up to snuff. I noticed that the old inverter, when the trash compactor started, you'd see the LED lights would flicker, and the new one does not do that, and the fans are off. That's a good sign. So much better power. And also the test was done for the charger, and that's switching over flawlessly and charging. So I call that a win for sure. While I was out here, I recalibrated all of the solar charge controllers, so they're seeing voltage the same. There's 4 charge controllers out here, so they're all seeing voltage the same, so they can work in concert. So the next step out here is to swap out these BMS modules. Now these BMS modules are working to a degree. The low voltage cutout, the overvoltage cutout is working, and if any cell group drops off below a certain threshold, it'll obviously open circuit, which is what they're supposed to do. But they've never balanced before, and that's because the lithium ion NMC, nickel manganese cobalt, at least the Tesla ones that I have a maximum voltage of 4.2 volts per cell. I do not charge anywhere near that high. I charge at 4.04 volts per cell. In a 7S or 7 series configuration, that's 28.3. So what happens when I hit 28.3, that completes the absorb cycle, which is only a couple minutes long. Then it rolls back to 28.2 volts. So what I need to do is have BMS modules that will allow me to trigger the balance circuit at my daily float level. So I bought new BMS modules that are end user programmable, where I can set the trigger voltage at the voltage that I want. So probably 4 volts per cell, where these are 4.15 volts per cell. So the batteries have never been balanced since I've owned them. There's no indication that they're out of balance, but theoretically they can drift over time. So what I need to do is power the whole system down, power both inverters down, turn all the solar off, and then install the new BMSs and solder in each balance lead and heat shrink it. Then I need to wake up each module and assign it a number and have that sync with my smartphone app, and then program what I want it to be for a balanced circuit, low volt and overvolt for each one. Get them all online together, seeing the same thing with all the same set points. And then I can go back, and it'll probably be enough hours at that point that the capacitors on these inverters will bleed off, and I'll probably have to wake them up with this resistor. It's a 50 watt 4RJ resistor, and that's how I did this today. When I woke this new inverter up, I just had this breaker off, and I took a jumper and hooked it on the positive side of the battery, hooked the jumper to the resistor, and then hooked the resistor to the bus for the inverter, and that charged the capacitors. And then I went ahead and turned it on, and that's a much more gentle way to do it, because of the potential inrush current from lithium batteries is so high. It's possible that you can blow a cap on your inverter, and that's not fun. So I'm getting closer. I just need a day when I've got 6 hours uninterrupted where I can really concentrate on what I'm doing, because you have to bring each one out and test the voltage increase as these increase, because each tap going to the lithium batteries, the Tesla batteries, has got a different voltage, and I have to double check every single one before I plug them in and wake them up. And so that's going to really help me feel a whole lot more confident, because I'll be able to use the smartphone app and look and see what's happening with each individual battery in here, because there's 5 Tesla batteries in here, and I'll be able to tell exactly what every cell group is doing and whether anything is out of balance or not, and it'll tell me what the balance current is, everything I need to know. So it was worth the $600 for new BMS modules so that I wouldn't be in the dark. Been kind of in the dark. These work as a safety, there's no doubt. They will open circuit before there's a fire. That's good, but I'd like to know that things are, for longevity reasons, I'd like to know that they're being balanced at the right set point. So I ordered a new Outback FlexMax 60 because this one is starting to be sluggish. When I hold the button in, it's taking a long time and not allowing me to see. I'm telling it to go and I'm holding the button in to go to the next screen, and it's not. And at different temperatures, if it's really warm out here, it lets me program stuff. It's still running fine. I just can't adjust anything. So it's time for it to go. It's been in service full time along with our old inverters since 2008. So I've got a new one coming. It'll be here tomorrow. I'll probably install that in the next couple of days. And then I think we're going to be good to go. We're that time of year when it snows 2-3 inches, and then it goes away in a couple of days, and then it snows again and goes away. And mud season is upon us. It's supposed to snow on and off over the next couple of days, and then the teens at night. But the time is coming when we're going to see 40 plus degree days, and it'll be down in the low 20s at night, and then that combination, you've got mud. It's disastrous getting in and out of here. No doubt. A lot of people just they're stuck all the time trying to get in and out, even with 4-wheel drives, because of the mud. But that should only last about a month, and then we should be looking pretty good. So hope you're having a blessed day.